All right, my free trial, 10 hours, is almost completed. I feel confident enough to give my honest thoughts and opinions on this game. And right off the back, I'll be honest with you, I don't fucking like it. I don't feel like the game is for, the person who is a competitive, fair play, balanced, football simulated player. If you want that, this game is not for you. In fact, I don't think any sports game actually is for you. I can't say that I haven't played all the sports games, but that's a whole nother topic of conversation. Things I do like about the game, I do like the presentation. You do get that college football atmosphere feel to it. The stadium is shaking, shit like that. But at the same time, is anything new? No. Do I see anything groundbreaking in this game? No. I know for a lot of y'all, I'm 37, so I'm a little bit older than most. When it comes to gaming, rather, I know a lot of y'all a little bit younger, and it feels like this is not like Madden. Well, yeah, it's not like the recent Madden of like 5 years, but to me, this feels like Madden of the years are old. It feels like NCAA of the years are old because they're going after that nostalgia feeling. A couple new mechanics here and there. I do like the passing meter. I do like the kicking meter. I do think that gives a certain degree of difficulty and whatnot as far as the kicking goes. So I do enjoy that. For the most part, actually, I only really played Road to College Football. Basic setup kind of reminds me of FC Football. FC Football, I just said that twice. But anyways, so I like those aspects. Like I said, I only played Road to College Football Playoff. I didn't touch Road to Glory or the Dynasty mode. And for that perspective, that manner, I know a lot of y'all will enjoy the game because of that. You will have a good time playing those modes. Offline, you will have a good time playing with your friends. You'll have a good time playing, doing team builder and stuff like that. And if I was that type of gamer, would I still buy this? Probably not at full price. I'll probably buy it at discount. Definitely. But if I was that person, I would. If I was a content creator, in the sense I was building a lot of content around this, because this game really, to be honest with you, it feels like it's designed for content creators, for streamers, because you can go into this whole different world and use your imagination. And if you're creative enough, you can come up with a lot of different things that has nothing to actually do with fucking playing the game in itself, as far as the core gameplay mechanics. But for me, I care about the core gameplay mechanics. One of the biggest issues that I have with this game are the pursuit angles. It's like, wow, we're not even trying here. Nothing about this is realistic. The pursuit angles are horrendous. It's atrocious. It has nothing to do with football concepts, any type of fundamentals, nothing like that. It's almost as if the computer is just trying to get the other player in some type of vicinity, and you're supposed to switch over, but you're afraid to switch over because, you gotta deal with latency issue when you're playing online, and even offline, you're afraid to switch over because you don't know how the animation are gonna blend well together. Because what happens? You'll switch over and you just freeze. And it's like, wait a minute, why am I just stuck here when I'm trying to move? And it's not even a smooth transition, regardless of their little mechanic that they put in there, the new feature, whatever, to switch using the right stick, I think, something like that. It doesn't matter. None of that actually matters. None of it matters because you're just watching a bunch of animations play out. And it's like an interactive scripted movie in which you think you have control, but your control is limited. Your control is limited. And you can say that the technology is not there yet. But are they trying? Are they trying? And that's one of the biggest issues I have with this game, because things like that let me know that if you think in 2024 that it's okay for a football game to be like that and we can't have nothing better, what are we doing here then? Let's be honest. And when I see the AI be fucking unresponsive in a game in which I can only control one player at a time, right? Like, you can only control one player at a time. And little things like that bother me. It bothers me when there's not enough animation and I press Y and my defender just stands there, or my receiver just stands there. And then you'll say, oh, it's the skill rating and the players and stuff, or that's why they can't do it, or you didn't press or hold Y hard enough and shit like that. We can come up with all the excuses because I've done it too. I've done it too. And then I realized that these excuses are just things that we want to tell ourselves because we all just want to play a football game. That's reality of it. We want to play a college football game. We want to play an NFL game. We want to play these games. So they already got us on that feeling of what we want to do. But what it comes down to, what we want and what is actually there, is two fucking different things. If you enjoy the game, you like the game, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you do. Like I said, my perspective is a little bit different because I'm 37 years old. I've been playing video games since I was 3. Do the math. It's a long ass time. And, well, to some of y'all it's a long ass time. To others it's not. But when we're talking about playing video games, I got a lot of experience. So when I sit and I seen the trailer for college football, I can see, hey, a lot of things are looking exactly the same. I can see the Madden plays. I can see the Madden animation because obviously it's still the same game engine. Oh, different dev team. Still the same game engine. Still the same game publisher. Still fucking EA. It's still Frostbite engine. We know this. I want a physics-based sports game. Particularly football, basketball, because that's what I like to play. Physics-based. You can still have the animation, but I want a physics-based game. That's what I want. I want simulation. I know not everybody likes simulation because it seems a little bit boring, but I like the strategy aspect of it. I like the tactics that go into it. In this game, when you're playing, it still feels the same. If I do a coach's adjustment to cover the flat, to cover the hooks, to do a quarterback spy or QB contain, and my computer on defense just stands there as the running back or the quarterback, especially the quarterback, as the quarterback runs out the pocket, and I got a defender right there in zone, no one's behind him, and the defender just stands there and looks at him and waits till the quarterback gets about 5-6 yards down past the line of scrimmage to find one to kind of edge up a little bit. And then you can't switch over too quick because you'll switch over while they're running and then there's no animation. It's not a smooth transition because the blending as far as animations in this game is kind of shaky at times too. And then you switch over immediately and then nothing fucking happens. And when it's online, it matters. And see, I want to play the game in the sense of grinding through the ranks, playing online, climbing up the leaderboard, because that's the things I've done in the past. That's what I love to do. I'm a competitive gamer. And this is the game in which I cannot do. Now, if I wanted to just play this game with my friends, do team builder, do dynasty mode, stuff like that, like I said, I probably would get it. At best, I would get it at discount price though. That's just me. That's how I choose to spend my money. I'm not knocking none of y'all for how you choose how you choose to spend your money and whatnot. Hey, that's your business. We all have our reasons. Once again, I'm a little bit older, so things are a little bit different for me. But as I've been playing this game, and I only had fun for like 2 hours. I only had fun for like 2 hours. By the time I played the game with my friend, I was just trying to get rid of the just eat up the rest of the 3 hours of my free trial, because I can see all the issues and stuff. So because I can see the issues, because I know how the game plays and stuff, I know that a lot of times it's just fucking coin toss, man. It's just a coin toss. Oh, you're not at home? Well, the odds are against you anyways. Oh, you didn't get a higher ranking team or whatever, or a stronger team? Well, the odds are against you anyways. Can you change the settings to balance all that out? Of course you can. But if I'm playing with FAU, well, I want to feel like I'm playing with FAU, which I give credit to the game for doing that. If I'm playing against, if I'm using FAU, for example, if you can see in the game footage too, I have FAU. My friend has South Carolina. I'm playing at South Carolina. I'm a small school. I feel like the underdog. I feel like it's hard. Like I want to feel that experience. I credit the game for that. But when it comes to online competitive gaming and stuff, I should be able to strategize and use the tactics and make these adjustments to give myself a chance to win. And if the other person doesn't know how to do those things, if they can only just kind of run or do 2 or 3 plays and that's it, well, they shouldn't win, right? Because they don't even know how to actually play the game. They can just do a couple of things, and we already see some of the exploits coming out. We already see some of those things happening. So once you try and play online, you're trying to compete and you're trying to be really top notch competitive and grind the leaderboard, stuff like that, you're going to get frustrated because we know what we're going to see at the top of the leaderboards. It's going to be the people that exploit the game and people that use the cheese plays. And be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with that because it's in the game itself. It's in the game itself. So I used to get mad about players that do shit like that, but I let it go because I'm like, you know what? Well, it's not their fault. That's how the game is. If they can do those things and the game lets it, then that's apparently it's okay. I just choose not to play like that. So that's why I remove myself from playing EA Sports football games, because I see how they care about their customer base. They want to make the money first and foremost. That's all they care about. And how you make the money? Well, you make the game in a broad, general sense where it's kind of casual, and yeah, you can feel competitive, but you don't want it too competitive, because really the boring stuff will win. Because in real life, the boring shit wins. The small little details, the punting, the field goal kicking, right? Those little things matter. But when you're playing online, you're playing competitive against other people, what do? You know, they drop back 20, 30 yards, run around for a little bit, and launch the ball deep. Because you know you can just run around the backfield with the quarterback for a little bit, and then the zone was just stop. Or if you play man, they can't cover all across the field. And then you can say, well, that's how it is in real life. Yeah, but I don't know. Motherfuckers getting tired actually means something. Stamina actually means something. In these games, I still don't feel like the stamina means anything. I don't feel like the ratings really mean anything. Everything just feels like a coin toss. Excuse me. Everything just feels like a toss-up. That's it. 50-50 or whatever, 60-40 chance sometimes. It just feels like that. The presentation is good, like I said before, but after a while, the intros, the cutscenes, the bad editing, just bam, hard cut. And it's like, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. We really don't get a full view of the stadium. The stadiums look really good. But you don't really get an actual view or a sky view of the stadium. And then once again, we can come up with all the excuses in the world. It doesn't matter. It's not in the fucking game. It's not in the game. I heard some things about Dynasty Mode not having certain edits and stuff like that, or not being able to edit certain players, things like that. Those things never really bothered me too much, because I never really cared that much. But I know people that when they play Dynasty Mode, they want to do all that, and not having the freedom, whether it's something with the business or the law aspect of it, it doesn't matter. Those things should be ironed out, because you know customers are going to want to do that in this fucking game. We gotta stop giving EA excuses, and we gotta stop getting mad when people criticize the game about issues that we all can fucking see. And I've seen all the comments of people telling me I'm all types of different stuff and whatnot. Oh, you're not good at the game. Oh, it's a skill issue. It's this and that. I can't block for myself. So when my offensive lineman runs into me, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Now I gotta dodge the defenders and my offensive lineman, because my offensive lineman are turning around running directly into me. But y'all call that a skill issue, or you took the wrong gap. No, I actually ran the play the way it's designed, and for some odd reason, my lineman just turned around and faced me. It's funny how people will come up with all types of different excuses. Look, if you enjoy the game and you have the game and you like it and it's a fun experience for you and you feel like you got your money's worth, that's good for you. But there's going to be others that don't feel that way, and that's okay too, because we all got to work together. It's a symbiotic relationship, right? The duality of this all, the good and the bad, the positive and negative, because I care about the game. I wouldn't be making these videos. I wouldn't be saying this shit if I didn't give a fuck about the game. I care about the game because I want to play a quality game. And it might come to a point where I'm just going to have to sit and be patiently wait, or fuck around and find a way to make my own game in which I want the game to play the way I wanted to play. Balanced, competitive, good mechanics, physics-based tackling, physics-based ball throwing. Right, good things like stamina, stats actually mean something. The ratings actually mean something. Those type of things. When I make a coach's adjustment, I can make an actual coach's adjustment, and I don't have to go through all these fucking different button mashings just to make an adjustment, just so I can stop the quarterback from running after they drop back 20 yards and make a pass. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing, and that's what I was doing. That's why I was playing just Road to College Football. I want to play online. I want to go up against the other people, because that's how I know the issues in the game when it comes to mechanics. You really don't know those issues in the game until you face other people online, until you face other different variants of how people play. Because if you just play the computer in a simulation and stuff like that, it'll play a certain way. Obviously, you have the skill level and whatnot, the degree of difficulty. That's one thing. But when you play against another human and they do things that the computer would not do, the computer won't necessarily drop back 20, 30 yards, run around, all type of shit like that. The computer won't necessarily do that. The computer won't necessarily call all the different audibles and hot routes and things like that. It doesn't. It's just not that smart of an AI. We can clearly see it. I don't know. I seen some content creator talking about, oh, this is such adaptive AI. Like it only takes about 6 or 7 plays for the computer to finally realize it. Motherfucker, after 2 or 3 at best, we should know what the fuck is going on. That's just like is this supposed to be simulating college football? These top D1 athletes, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's only D1 schools that's in this. So these top D1 athletes, you're telling me they can't recognize the play being ran 3 times in a row? They gotta take 6 or 7 times for them to finally recognize. That's no. In a game where you only can control one player at a time, so your user control is limited, you need adaptive AI. And the difficulty rating doesn't necessarily do that. These games have a hard time actually simulating actual difficulty. We see the advancements of AI. It's 2024. That technology has not really came over into the gaming community, especially in sports games. And the reason for that is because they don't need to. They don't have to do none of this. Because what it comes down to at the end of the day, this is a business decision. EA sees that it doesn't have to do that much to put a game out there and make hundreds of millions of dollars. And I don't blame them. Because from a business perspective, this makes the most fucking financial sense. We're not going to spend money on AI. We're not going to spend money collecting data and stuff and programming. We're not going to spend money building a new game engine based on physics. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go out there and capture a whole shitload of animations. We're not going to do all that. We're not going to do a complete overhaul and redesign. They'll tell you that they've been working on this game for years. That's bullshit. It looks like, or it feels like rather, as I play it, they probably only been working on this shit for 2 years at the most. And not the game itself, as far as the gameplay mechanics and everything. It feels like they probably spent more time with the dynasty mode and stuff like that. And even that, they could have just copied and pasted and just took things from NCAA 14 and brought it over, because that alone would have sold anyways, right? That alone would have sold it. So let's stop acting like they had to put so much effort into this. I don't understand why these people. We give all the breaks and say, but I do understand why. Because a lot of y'all just have your own emotions into it and stuff, and you want to project those things on to other people and whatnot, as opposed to objectively seeing it. But once again, if you enjoy the game, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you enjoy the game. I got friends that enjoy the game, and I do want to play the game with them. Will I pay for it? No. I'll wait till the shit comes out on Game Pass, and then I'll play it that way. Because for me, I feel that's what it's worth. Because I know if I buy it, as the type of gamer that I am and the type of football game that I want to play, this game is not it. This game is not it. And then you can say those are unrealistic expectations, but it's not. It's not. It's because I'm 37. The game still plays like it's a PlayStation 2 game. And I know the AI and the technology is more adaptive and better because, we play other games. This is why in the gaming community, some of the gamers look down on sports games, because they're like, it's repetitive. There's not much to it and stuff. This is why when it comes to esports and things like that, you don't really, you have your Madden, but guess who's putting all that on? EA. If EA wasn't fun, nobody's really going to take that stuff seriously. You're not going to see these type of games, esports, in the Olympics coming up or in the World Cup, things like that, actually on a real serious competitive scene. And as I say that, I could be wrong. They could be doing it right now. But I'm pretty sure the 2K League just went down, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a whole nother conversation. Sticking to the game at hand, the way it plays, I'm not a fan of it. I don't enjoy it. Get a couple hours out of it. If you have your friends stuff, you'll enjoy it. If you don't take it too seriously, you'll enjoy it. Hey, whatever it is, to each their own. But that's my honest review. And a lot of y'all motherfuckers, you're being dishonest about it. I'm not. I'm out.